Welcome to Taking Care of Your Business, Ideas for Leaders Who Are Humble, Hungry, and Smart. Many years ago, when my wife was expecting our first child, I had an overwhelming desire to create something for the new baby. I decided to make a cradle from scratch out of oak. The cradle I made with my own hands was where our children were protected as they slept for the first 6 months of their lives. When I learned recently that our daughter was pregnant with our first grandchild, I knew what my gift to the new parents would be. I would pass on to them the cradle that I created. With the help of Daddio and his incredible craftsman at Wood & Co., the cradle was beautifully refurbished. In passing on the cradle I created, I learned some helpful reminders from my work with CEOs who are often passing on to the next generation what they have created, a business. Here are 4 lessons I learned. First, you need to adapt to new realities without throwing out the old ones. There may be new standards for the current generation of cradles that my cradle doesn't meet. Similarly, in a business, markets shift, customer expectations change, technology accelerates. Adaptation is the key. And adapting doesn't mean abandoning your company's history or values, even as it adapts to new realities. Second, imperfections are part of the beauty in anything you create. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and some of the flaws in my cradle used to really bother me. As I've gotten older, I now see these imperfections as part of its beauty. The key here is perspective. Business leaders often feel pressure to appear polished, perfect, and always in control. But imperfections in the business, bad decisions, missed opportunities, are what make a business strong and more resilient. Third, continuity builds identity. The cradle I made is a symbol of continuity. It's a link in our family's identity over time. Similarly, for many business owners, their company is part of a larger narrative, the community it serves, the employees who work in it, the customers who grow with it. With continuity comes a sense of identity, and in a business, identity matters. It matters a lot. Finally, future generations will leave their own mark, just as you have left yours. I don't know how my cradle will be used, and I'm okay with that. Similarly, the future leaders in a business, children, successors, future partners, will inevitably reshape it. A thriving business is one flexible enough to welcome this evolution. How will you pass on what you've created, whether it's something tangible or intangible? More to the point, how are you passing on the history and shared values of the business you have built? Thanks for joining. I'm Jeff Oak.